At this point, it is important that we talk about research. Research is a vital part of writing because oftentimes our own experience isn't enough to help support our arguments, especially when we're making arguments that are making claims about maybe our larger community or the world in itself. So we want to rely on that research to help back up whatever claims that we're making. Maybe it includes studies that we don't have time to perform ourselves, or it requires somebody with a degree or knowledge in a subject which we don't have. Now, normally when students think of research, they think of going online and finding articles. And while that is a valid part of research, we're going to look a little bit later at what makes certain websites or certain articles that are found online more credible than others. But I want to stress the importance that you are probably already well informed on how to find articles online. So we're going to look at the library database from Chapman Library. We're going to look specifically at EBSCO. And EBSCO is nice because it compiles a lot of academic journals, which we don't find online, or you can find them online, but oftentimes they want you to pay for the article. So we have access to many academic articles through EBSCO, and I want you to learn how to use this database. This is going to be something that you use throughout your college career, and especially if you move on to a bachelor's program or a graduate program at another college or university. I'm going to therefore make EBSCO a required part of this assignment, and you will be finding articles using EBSCO. So we will go over how to do that and how to search the database. Before doing that, though, I want to briefly show another advantage as to why we want to use a database like EBSCO as opposed to searching something on Google. Let's look at Google here, and let's say that we're looking for a certain article. So I want to look at maybe English is the best subject in college. So this is typically how we would search on Google. We just go in and type what we're looking for. Here we get some AI overviews, which, is this going to be credible? Is this going to be something we're going to use? Obviously not. We look at things like Reddit. Obviously, Reddit we're not going to use. These are just opinions given by other people. Quora, again, it's just people asking questions and somebody else answering it. These aren't written by experts, or they don't provide any studies or anything expert in itself. If we look through this, we can see that there are plenty of topics here. We have at least 10 pages worth of articles and websites, and it continues and it goes on and on. So there's a lot of information here. And you don't want to have to sift through all this information. So normally Google will bring up like a million different pages. We don't want to have to go through a million different pages to find what we're looking for. And therefore, what you're likely to do is just check the first few that come up. So we want a better way of searching. Plus, if we go to some of these websites, let's look at this one here. We have Times Higher Education. Um, we're getting stuff that maybe we're not looking for. This seems to be let's see, international universities that teach in English. This isn't the type of article I'm looking for. And we're going to get frustrated quite quickly because we're not finding those scholarly articles. Now, one might say we could go to Google Scholar. Let's take a look at that here. So you can go to this Google Scholar, and this is supposed to bring up scholarly articles. So let's put in writing best subject. I'm just going to divide it into keywords here. And we can see that we have a list of articles here. This one is a book, Running Good Abstracts, writing assignments. Okay, so we see all of these possibilities. Let's go to this one, best practices in writing to learn. We go to this, we get what looks like to be a book here. So we have a lot of information, but again, a book is quite large. Let's then go to this one, which is more of an article. This is from APA PsycNet. Okay, so we have this article and we have this abstract. What an abstract is it's a small summary of the article. We don't ever want to quote from the abstract. We want to go to the article itself. So you can see on this one, it says get access. If we go to it, we can purchase this article for $18. That's one of the other reasons why Google is not a good place to search, because a lot of these articles that they're showing here, they're going to ask you to pay for those articles. Whereas the library has a subscription, and so we get a lot of those articles for free. So I know that you can find stuff online, and I know that there's information out there, but because I want you to get to know the database, that's what we're going to be focusing on this semester.